Thank you for tuning in to The Truth with Trinity, and I am your host, Trinity. On this podcast, we discuss issues that happen within the black community. Not only do we discuss them, but hopefully make plans to solve some of those issues. Today's topic today is the black man's lack of regard for his children. I'm going to put a small disclaimer in there, and a big thank you to all the beautiful brothers that do take care of their children. They are setting positive role model examples for their children, and they are doing what it takes every day to make sure that their children are safe and taken care of. So I want to say thank you once again. But this topic today stems from a news article coming from Las Vegas, Nevada, Channel 8 News, with a young brother by the name of Sidney Deal. He allegedly left his car keys in the car, his young female daughter, toddler, in the car, and didn't want to break the window of his newly purchased car, didn't want to damage it, and as a result, his daughter ended up dying because of exhaustion. Also, it's reported that the cops, when they came to the scene about an hour later, they wanted to break the window, but the father was saying no. The tow truck man was called, but the father declined because the purchase or the price was too high. So I wanted to start off saying, I hear a lot of black men, they're always saying that they value the black woman. Okay, she's the mother and the goddess of the planet Earth. And, all these things that you hear. Um, but nowadays, it seems like their actions are speaking otherwise. And as women, period. So this part doesn't have anything to do with color. As women, we're always, you know, reminded of how a man is head of the house. We're to be submissive, and a man is basically the pillar of leadership in his communities and the land. Okay, and I'm not disputing that, but now this part does go to some black men. Okay, so they love and brag about the part of them being men and them over women, but quite often I find that they shirk the responsibilities of being a man. Because the fun part is the bragging part about being the head and the leader and everything like that. But the responsibility, the duty, the obligation part, I find lacking. And a lot of our young brothers out here, brothers, period. And this is a little off topic, but it still deals with children. And this is not a racial topic. This is an example, though. And this isn't to say that all white people uh, respond like this, but they're more known for it. So let's go on with this. When their children come up missing, they get out those little searching sticks. They set up those little refreshment stands for water, something to eat a little bit, because that search keeps going. They keep going until they find answers. You don't see white people asking black people or other races of people to come join them in their search. No, they get out voluntarily and they get out there and search. And my point is, as black people, we need to take responsibility for our own children. When one of our children comes up missing, we need to be the ones to get out there. We need to take our time to go searching for our own children instead of placing it in the hands of someone else. If we don't value our children, who will? And who's supposed to? Who's supposed to value our children more than us? That's a question that I want to ask. Who's supposed to value our children's education and anything else more than we do ourselves? Okay? And another thing that has happened too from this article is on social media, and I was on YouTube, and I seen so many black people coming down on the cops. They were saying, if it was a white child, they would have busted through the window immediately, and they would have saved the child. But no one on the thread said anything about, the father himself should have did whatever it took to get that window busted through. I don't care if the window cost $2,000. There shouldn't have been a price tag on his daughter's life, his child's life. Okay? So, as black people, we say that we don't want the cops in our business as much or at all. We say that, you know, the white cops won't save us or whatever, but we need to save ourselves. And another thing too about white people going out and them searching for their children or a friend's child, or they don't even have to know the child. They do it because they place value, high value, in their children. So it's time for us as black people, it's time for us to place value, high value, in our children. And I want to encourage us to do so. One parent, one child at a time. Look, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. Peace, love, and blessings.